I don't know. All right, I have a message before I actually start the video. If you're not ready, if you don't feel like you're mentally prepared for this, for me to basically to send you to the whole nother level, I'm basically going to be putting you on a whole nother level of existence with the secret and whatnot. This information I'm about to give you is deadly. So if you're not ready, just leave. Just leave right now. I'm warning you. Your mind might not be able to handle it. Your brain might just fucking explode. So just go now if you have any fear right now. And I'll give you a couple seconds to leave. All right. Now, the rest of y'all who are ready to hear the secret to game, the real, true, the one thing that's going to make the difference. Are you ready for it? All right. So the secret to game is it's not giving a fuck, nigga. The secret is not giving a fuck. That's what you have to do. You have to not give a fuck. That's how you have fucking game. When you don't give a fuck, you do whatever you want, basically. Like, you have freedom. You don't stutter and all this other shit. You feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do whatever the fuck you want. But you have to not care. You have to not really care about the outcome. Yeah, of course you care. You want coochie. You want to fucking seduce this girl or whatever. But fucking, you just have to not care about the outcome. Like, you have to be indifferent to it. Like, regardless of if you lose this girl or get the girl, you have to be indifferent. Sure, you want her, but if you don't get her, it's whatever. There's another one. You know what I'm saying? And without that, you're never gonna fucking succeed. You're just not gonna succeed. You have to know to not really care about the outcome, and then that's when you'll get the outcome that you truly want. And trust me on that. That's how I live. I'm indifferent. I do the shit that I need to do to get what I want, but if I don't get it, I'm indifferent to it. It's like, oh damn, for a second, but then I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. There's other opportunities and shit. I'm not dead yet. Ain't nobody shot me yet. Haven't been stabbed, no shit like that. And that's really what makes the difference, is fucking not giving a fuck. That's the big shit right there. Not giving a fuck. It's a fucking confidence. When you're confident, you don't give a fuck about the outcome. You're indifferent. And you need that shit though. You have to be fucking indifferent. You have to not care about the fucking outcome. And another thing too is improving wordplay. So when it comes to wordplay with girls and stuff, basically all you got to do to keep the conversation lively is just ask them questions and make them laugh. And you don't, like, when it comes to making girls laugh, if you say some shit and it's funny and she starts laughing, don't start giggling with her all the time, because a lot of guys do that shit and then you look corny and shit. You look like a fucking goofball, and it's just not good. Let her laugh and enjoy the joke, and you don't gotta laugh every fucking time. That shit, just don't do that shit. It's not fucking cool. It's not attractive. Don't do that shit. It just makes you look like a fucking goofball. Doesn't mean you gotta be a hard ass and just stone cold. No, you can still fucking laugh and shit and joke around and stuff, but if you're gonna be funny, if you're a naturally funny guy, just don't sit there laughing at your jokes all the time. Don't be and fucking slapping your knee and all this bullshit. And yeah. And let me look up my notes real quick, because I need to start doing this. Check it out, you know, and so I can make these videos longer. But another thing too is, when you ask a question, you can usually lead that question to something else, because girls, they love to talk. Women love to talk. They absolutely love to talk. Even the shy ones, they're not really shy. They love to talk. They'd love to just tell you fucking everything. They'll tell you your whole fucking life story. Trust me, it happens to me all the fucking time. But you just basically ask questions and shit, and you just chill. If you ask them a question, sometimes it'll be a question that you can answer too after they're finished talking, and you can just give your response too. If she might ask you the question back or whatever, and then you give her your response, and then you ask another question or whatever, or it might lead into a whole nother topic, that one question, and then you can expand on that and whatnot. And it's great. Keeping conversation really isn't that hard, as long as you just relax. You let the girl do most of the talking, and you don't really got to talk that much. You give your little input here and there. You nod your head, when she's talking and shit like that. And just acknowledge that you're actually listening to her, because girls, they really like that when you actually seems like you're paying attention and you actually care. Another thing too, when you listen to girls, if they tell you some shit and it seems important, remember that shit, because they will bring it up later on, like birthdays and all that shit. You got to remember that shit if you plan to have like an extended relationship with this girl, even not like settling down type relationship. But if you plan to stick around with this girl and date her and fuck around and shit, you gotta remember this shit, because if she catches you slipping up and then she's like, oh yeah, she might just straight up test your ass and be like, oh, hey, do you remember when my birthday is? And then you go, oh shit. And you're like, fuck, I knew I should remember that. And the thing is too, I'm telling you this right now, but you're not really gonna listen to this until it happens to you. But just take this shit, taking these lessons and shit that I'm teaching you right now, so that you don't have to go through the suffering or like disappoint her or whatever from not remembering her birthday. And then she's gonna chew you out and all that bullshit. You don't wanna have to deal with that. So just remember shit. Like, actually pay attention and listen when they speak. Don't be zoning out. Don't be fucking sitting there staring at her titties and shit like that. Actually listen to their fucking conversation. I know you probably don't want to. You probably some boring ass shit they're talking about, but still just listen, bro. Try and seem intrigued and, you know, fucking pay attention. And, yeah, another thing too is, yeah, letting her speak more than you. That's really the key thing. You just kind of let her talk, and then you just chill and sit back and just bullshit with her and stuff. And eventually, she's gonna end up coming over some shit, and you're gonna fuck. It's really as simple as that. There's another thing too I want to talk about real quick. As soon as a girl comes over to your house, if a girl allows herself to come into your home with nobody else there besides just you two, even if there's somebody else there, chances are she wants to have sex. She wants to do some shit with you. So don't be sitting there, you want to just watch TV and shit like that? No, make a move. Be sexual. Take a lead. Like, as a guy, you have to take charge. The girl isn't going to be like, oh yeah, let's fuck. That's rare as fuck. And you don't really see that often. It's not the girl's just going to outright come out and be like, yeah, I want you to fuck the shit out of me right now. From you just chilling, like you're sitting there eating, and then she's just like, fuck the shit out of me, please. Come on, daddy. And shit like that. That doesn't fucking happen. This is not a porno. You have to actually make a move, and you got to do some decisive shit and make some shit happen. That's your job in the relationship as a guy. And then hers is to receive your loving and shit and basically to make you happy. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all later. Oh yeah, I hope you like the new name, Joe Tex Enlightenment. That shit snap. I know it do.